being a big fan of Fear and Hunger, and a certain other RPG Maker game that is somehow getting a Steam release. When I first heard about Look Outside, it was kind of a no-brainer. I was going to play it sooner or later. You play as Sam, an unemployed gamer. One night he has weird dreams. Something keeps beckoning him to go outside. The next morning he is greeted by his neighbor, Sybil, through a hole in his bedroom wall. She warns him not to look outside, saying something strange happened to her after she did. Sam follows her instructions but still steps outside his apartment, quickly discovering that his neighbors have been driven insane and turned into grotesque monsters by something. The visuals sell the premise. Grotesque pixel art that gives everything a fever dream quality. It looks weird, but in a good way. Characters are unsettling to look at, and the art style is messed up, but it feels intentional. Initially I wasn't too into it, but it grew on me. Animations are simple and there aren't many cutscenes, and the few that exist are fairly short, but because they're used so sparingly, they grab your attention. There's no voice acting to speak of, but everything else audio-wise is great. The OST is simple and complements the game mood. You've got some mellow tracks that make you feel like something is wrong, but you have no idea what. Some that make you feel safe. Some eerie ones. Or hype battle music. And even some funky stuff occasionally. Sound effects are subtle, you'll stop noticing them after a while, but they do their job. It's an RPG Maker game, so things are fairly straightforward. You'll be spending most of your time running around, solving puzzles, collecting gear, healing and key items in order to progress. The combat is turn-based, with weapon-based damage types. Slashing, crushing, piercing and ranged options are available to you. In combat you can use regular attacks, use stamina/health based attacks, guard, use items, or use ranged weapons. They're generally more powerful but limited by ammo and reloads. Like many other RPG Maker titles I've played, gear is the real game changer here. While leveling up does increase your HP, stamina and your other stats too, it's really not that noticeable. But going from a weapon with 20 damage to a weapon with 80 damage, or equipping a companion with a full set of items that each increase their max HP, you are really going to feel the difference there. Sometimes you can talk to enemies, which may lead to gaining a companion, or just a friend who helps you out in whatever way they can. You level up by gaining XP, which can be done by defeating enemies. The enemy designs are creative, some are terrifying, some feel deliberately generic early on. It seems that whatever has turned people into monsters really took their hyperfixations into consideration. Most enemies are pushovers, while others can feel like immovable objects, until you figure out a tactic or obtain the necessary gear to beat them, in which case they also turn into pushovers. And in general, encounters quickly turn from strategizing to just smashing the attack option until the enemy falls over. The only exception would be the Shades, as they are resistant to all types of damage and can inflict you with all sorts of status effects. Drain your HP or stamina, or sometimes flat out one-hit kill you.
What I need you to do is I need you to take a nearest rope that you got, wrap it around, if you got a garage or a fucking stairway, and hang yourself, nigga. Period. Why are you alive? Do the world a favor and hang yourself until you throw up fluid and your fucking gases come out of your stomach and combust open and maggots can come eat you later. You fucking lowlife fuck.
So you might just be better off not fighting them at all. There's a good amount of backtracking and puzzle solving as you unlock new areas. You'll also have to manage mechanics like social. Otherwise, Sam will start feeling lonely. This affects his hit and evasion rate negatively. Hygiene. If not kept up, enemies will beeline towards you. Or hunger. If not kept up, your max HP decreases gradually. There's many potential companions in the game, but you can only have 3 of them with you at once. The rest just hang back and chill at your apartment. They have unique personalities, quirks, and interactions with Sam and each other. You can also choose to pass time at your apartment, either by playing games, crafting, cooking, solving word quizzes, looking at the news or browsing social media. Playing games also gives you EXP and some other stat changes, and finishing them gives you skills. Sometimes you get visitors, some are traders, others are pizza guys or injured survivors. Occasionally they're monsters. Thankfully, you can figure out whether your visitor is out to get you by looking through the peephole on your door. While exploring, Sam meets a robed man named Astor. He explains he's part of a group of astronomers investigating the phenomenon. They believe an extraterrestrial object passing through the solar system caused the madness. He doesn't know why the object turns people into monsters, but the astronomers want to make meaningful contact. He tells you to seek out the rest of his buddies, specifically a man named Jasper. Jasper tasks Sam with bringing 4 objects related to the visitor. You can't really talk spoilers without the endings, so I'm gonna talk about both. Sam is supposed to bring 4 offerings. They are records or impressions of the celestial being. What you bring and what you do afterwards determines the ending. No going back. Wait out the 15 days without doing the ritual. You never learn much, the madness is gone but the destruction remains. Humanity is mostly dead or monstrous. 124 massive creatures are now worshipped as gods by survivors. This is the new government. Failed ritual. Give Jasper 4 false offerings. The astronomers turn into monsters. You try the ritual yourself and you meet a similar fate. Flawed ritual. Give Jasper at least 1 correct offering, but not all 4 of them. They turn into a creature called the Chaos Quartet. You defeat them and run away from the scene back to your apartment, where you slowly turn into a monster yourself. Eternal fate. Give at least 1 correct offering and a caged guinea pig. The guinea pig transforms after seeing the visitor. You fail to stop it and it ravages the earth long after the visitor is gone. Zin Amon. Give 3 correct offerings and the guinea pig. You defeat the guinea pig, but it just doesn't die. It assimilates Sam, who then becomes part of the rampaging monster. Just like the rest of the planet. Screaming Sky. Give all the correct offerings. The astronomers then ascend and become the Exalted Four. You fail to defeat them, or flee the fight altogether. They wipe out most of humanity. Perfect ritual. Denial. Give all 4 correct offerings. Defeat the Exalted Four. The visitor then invites you to witness its true form. You deny it. You start transforming. Tendrils, eyes, mouths. But stay sane somehow. You grow massive and protect the earth. Rebuilding cities. Attending ceremonies. Listening to people. You become the planet's guardian. Perfect ritual, truth. It's the same as denial. But you accept the invitation. Your mind floods with incomprehensible knowledge until your memories and then sense of self are wiped. You become a malignant force consuming the earth and humanity. Look Outside nails the cosmic horror vibe much better than most games in the genre. It also recontextualizes the whole kid burning ants with a magnifying glass trope quite well. It doesn't discard it entirely, it keeps the core, that our minds and bodies are just not equipped to withstand contact with such vast and incomprehensible forces. But it humanizes the visitor just enough to say, it wasn't evil, it didn't even know, but now that it does, it cares. It does have some issues. The game loses its survival horror element very early. It also loses most of its difficulty once you have a full team of companions, and some items currently have no purpose, though this most likely is gonna change with future updates. Still, the game is full of fun characters, a great soundtrack, and grotesque but strangely endearing visuals. It's a fun experience overall and definitely worth the money. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.